Good morning. First things first, I'm going to be gone for quite a while. Incommunicado, as they like to say, those super sophisticated folks, incommunicado. I don't own a smartphone, so when I'm not home, I don't check email, I don't check anything. So just a heads up for those who might wonder where I'm at. I'll be gone for a while. But before that occurs, I've got one game of Stratomatic I want to get played this morning, and then I'll upload this video, and then I'm off for the holidays for a nice break. So I want everybody out there to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be safe and enjoy family, friends, etc., etc., etc. So I haven't played Stratomatic in quite some time. I have a Super 6, 1956 Super 6 Football League. Why? Because Stratomatic 1956 Stratomatic has only 6 teams, so I made a Super 6 League. I made a schedule using pen and paper football. For those of you who don't know and aren't aware, I'm telling you, this is the best $2 you will ever spend in your life on a tabletop sports game. Pen and paper football, I purchased this in 2017, brought me back to tabletop football, sports gaming. It's still one of my all-time favorites. I own 3 of these books. This is the one I wear out. I got 2 more because I didn't know if I'd ever be able to get them again. That's how much I like this. But in this is a schedule. It's worth the $2 just for the schedule makers in here for different size leagues. So there's like 4 pages. This book's worth 4 pages. $2 is 4 pages worth of schedule making. Point is, I made a Super 6 complete season schedule. I will play the 1956 Super 6. I'm going to do this with all my Stratomatic sets that are only 6 teams, and I'll get an entire season with those teams, and then I'll do a championship. But also, it lets me rate these teams, and I can sim some of the games I don't want to play. So I'm in week 3, and this is the 2-0. So week 3. Let's see here. The Lions come in here 2-0, 1956, to face the 2-0 Chicago Bears. The Bears won against the Redskins in Washington in Week 1, 24-10. The Lions in Week 1 went to New York and squeaked by the Giants 20-13. In Week 2, the Lions, in a defensive battle, defeated the Redskins 3-0. Bobby Lane with a field goal was the only difference in that Lions-Redskins game, 3-0. And the Bears, for their first home game of the season, the 0-1 49ers roll into town, and the Bears drub them 44-17. So here we are in week 3. It is the 2-0 Lions and the 2-0 Bears in Stratomatic. Some of these games were played with Stratomatic using my 16 possession formula, my solo dice for Stratomatic, and then of course some of the games were played using the quick league results, right? So this has a full, by the way, for $2, this is 51 pages. For $2 you can get the PDF at Drive-Thru-RPG for $2. It's 51 pages, including a complete football simulator for tabletop gaming. You could play out a complete game, or a league fast simulator plus a career mode with off-season, etc. for $2. It is remarkable. So again, never leave home without it, right? Okay. So what also got me into this mode in the last 24 hours is I'm going to be leaving town, and when I leave town, I always take pen and paper. I take my scoring fast action that tells me how they score points, and I take my D20 and a notebook and a couple of pencils, and I can play this game. I can put this in my bag and play this sucker anywhere, anytime, as many games as I want, etc. So anyway, that's what brought all this up. Okay, so here we go, though. This is huge. Let's go ahead and over Detroit's starting lineup on defense. This defense is brilliant. To give you an idea, and I'll talk a little bit about the difference between Stratomatic and App-Off football. First and foremost, this is completely self-contained, right? It is also, in that sense, you never feel like things don't matter. I can't explain it, but I'll talk about it in detail. The only reason I don't play Stratomatic almost exclusively is I don't have complete seasons, right? They sell these 6-team sets, which are great, but I do like to play out or have every team to my disposal, all the players. But anyway, Detroit has a good to excellent run defense, right, on these defensive cards for what's called the elementary set. And then their pass defense is good to excellent. So Detroit comes into this game, no doubt, with the best defense in the league, most likely, right? I mean, it's hard to say exactly, but according to their defensive cards, they're stout. Starting at left end for Detroit, Darius McCord. Ray Krause is the left tackle. Bob Miller at right tackle. They run a 4-3 defense, by the way. Gil Maines at right end. Their left linebacker is Sonny Gandy. Their middle linebacker is Hall of Famer Joe Schmidt. He's a stud. He is a 6 rate. 6 is the highest rating you can have. He is a 6. Bob Long is the right linebacker. He's the weak link here. He is rated a 0. Everyone else is a 4, 5, or 6. But this Bob Long character is a 0. So for some reason, but his pass rush is okay, 5. Jim David at left cornerback, 6. Jack Christensen, Hall of Famer, strong safety, 6. Karlovitz, right cornerback's a 4. And Yale Larry, I believe Larry might even be a Hall of Famer. I cannot remember, so forgive me if I'm wrong. Free safety, a 6. It's a brilliant defense right here for Detroit. On offense, they're going to be running a 3-back set. They have the incomparable Bobby Lane, who threw 244 passes in 1956. They have Leon Hart at fullback, and they have halfbacks, left and right halfbacks, are Gene Gedman, who had a really solid season with 7 touchdowns, and Don McElhaney is the other halfback. And their ends, right end is Dorn Dibble, who caught 32 passes, and the right end is Dave Middleton, who caught 39 passes, 5 touchdowns. Middleton is by far their most, well, I shouldn't say by far, they're about the same, actually, but the point is he caught 5 touchdowns, and Dibble caught just 2. So they're running a more traditional 3-back set. Let's go ahead and take a look at this 2-0 Bears team who had a brilliant offense. In real life, they scored 363 points in that season, which is about 31 points a game. Awesome. So far on the season, Brown has thrown 5 touchdowns and run 1 touchdown. So right now, they're 2-0 on the back of a Brown record-setting onslaught. So in 2 weeks, he has just torched opponents. Brown, pretty good year, 168 passing, 57% completions, 11 touchdowns, and that's a really pretty solid for Ed Brown in the 50s. Of course, the best fullback in the game, Rick Caceres, 234 attempts, 1,100 yards, 4.8 average, 68 long, and 12 touchdowns, a phenom. And again, Perry Jeter is our halfback. He had 60 carries, 5.3 average, 51 long, 2 touchdowns. But they're going with a 3 receiver set. Harlan Hill caught 47 balls and 11 touchdowns. He caught every touchdown according to, Ed Brown, 11 to 11. However, there were other quarterbacks that played, of course, that threw touchdowns. Bill McCall caught 24 balls at the right end, and the split end, this would be left end tight, is Gene Schrader, 20 catches, 1 touchdown. However, Harlan Hill is noted as a flanker here. He would have been more or less an end, as he would not have been out here in the flank position. But in Stratomatic, they have flankers split in. One of the things I love about Stratomatic is they have your X, your Y, and your Z. No matter what era, you get an idea who the top 3 receivers were. So, but I put them in order. When I play my solitaire game, I put them in order of catches, and I rotate through receivers upon calling the plays. The defense for Chicago, this defense was pretty good too. Their run defense is excellent. Their pass defense, though, is just average. So you can imagine for Detroit to have a chance here today, Bobby Lane has to be on point against an average pass defense. Both teams are going to have to face a really good run defenses. Both run defenses are excellent. Chicago's starting lineup, they too list a 4-3. They have Jack Hoffman at left end. Fred Williams, left tackle, he's a 5. Bill Bishop, right tackle, is a 5. And Ed Meadows, right end, is a 5. Wayne Hansen, left linebacker, 5. Bill George, Hall of Famer, middle linebacker, 6. Joe Fortunato, right linebacker, 4. And then we have J.C. Caroline, left cornerback, 5. R.G. Smith, strong safety, 5. McNeil Moore, right cornerback, 4. And Stan Wallace, 4. So the secondary not as stout as the Lions. However, they don't have a 0 on the starting lineup. That right linebacker of Detroit is a bit of a detriment if you're playing the full. If you're playing the super advanced version of this, that 0 right linebacker is something other coaches would target, right? They would try to get to that right linebacker or that wherever they put that linebacker. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to kick it off. Chicago won the coin toss. They're going to get the ball at home. If we were playing you can't see this on the score sheet. Again, I'm playing 4 possessions per quarter, 16 possession games. If we were playing pen and paper football, if I was simulating the game using the fast sim of this particular game, the Lions would be a +2 for scoring. The Bears would be a +3 for scoring. So despite these great defenses, both these teams would be in the plus column for scoring points. So they're just happened to be the way it worked out. But again, we're doing Stratomatic, so that's irrelevant. All right, the kickoff. And I don't use penalties or injuries. So again, I'm not playing it totally rules as written. 8, and I'm going to go until my camera dies. So hopefully I can finish the game in these possessions. 6, 8, to the 6-yard line, back 1. So fielded at the 6-yard line for the Chicago Bears is Don Bingham, back 1. We want a low number, 9. 22 yards out to the 28-yard line using my Flash Football field. This football field was copywritten and was the first football field I ever made for my Flash Football game back in 1996, 97. Okay, and again, I use my own solo, so I don't have to call defense. I roll the dice, of course. 1 to 3, it's the offensive card. 4, 5, or 6, it's the defensive card. If a D comes up, it's the right defense. If an X comes up, it is keyed or double teamed, which means I can run players and target players as many times as I want because that X can come up to keep me safe, which makes the game a lot more fun as I can run Caceres 3 or 4 times in a row if I want. With that said, we're going to Rick Caceres off tackle, and it is keyed. So 10, it's going to be on the defensive card though. Off tackle, 10 is 1 yard, so he bangs up for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Rick Caceres. We're going to run Rick again on an in run this time, trying to get him to the corner, and he is in the right defense. D means right. 5 is a fumble. 2, 3, and 12. He will get 0. 4 to 11. He fumbles the ball. No, he doesn't fumble, but it's 0. 3rd down, and we're almost forced to pass here against this Detroit defense. And we're going to go ahead and do that as Brown has lit up the league thus far. We're going to go ahead and throw a short pass. And again, I go in order. So whoever's on top, Harlan Hill. So we're going to throw a short pass to Harlan Hill. 9, wrong defense. So they're technically in a vanilla defense. Short pass 9 says, oh, incomplete. Dang. He hit the only hole down here. 4th down. They're going to have to punt. So again, I come over here and I note punt for the Bears. And again, I don't worry about penalties or etc. So 5, the punt is going to be 46 back 2. 10, 20, 30, 45, and 6. Back 2 for Detroit. Fields this ball. Punt returner 2 is Yell Larry. And Yell Larry says, give me 11 on that. Fumble -1, and it is a fumble. Bang, he loses a yard as he gets popped. And let's see if he recovers it. 7, nope, the defense recovers. And that actually counts punt. And we're going to have a punt, return, fumble, lost. And that actually counts as a possession as he fields it. And that's one reason my games can go very quick here. So just like that, Chicago recovers a fumble. They got to make them pay. We're going to go ahead and remember, I rotate through. So Harlan Hill was a target, so now I slide down. We're going to go flat pass to Bill McCall. Trying to soften up this defense a little bit. Wrong defense. 7 is 17 yards. Oh, wait, no, flat pass. 10 yards. 1st down to the 14 for Ed Brown, who's thrown 5 touchdowns in 2 games, and that was McCall. Schrader is our split end, flanker / tight end, so he plays all 3 positions. And we're going to go ahead and run Caceres off tackle. It is going to be keyed 9, not good. 9 on off tackle is -1. Caceres not getting his feet under him against this brilliant Detroit defense. We're going to run Caceres on an in round here. Oh, they key him again. 10 is -1 more. 3rd down and 12. And Brown doesn't really have a choice. However, we don't want to turn it over here. We're in scoring position thanks to a fumbled punt. So we're going to play it safe, and we're going to give an off tackle to Perry Jeter. Oh, 666. And off tackle 12 is 2 yards. He gets back the 2 that were lost by Caceres, but it's 4th down. Holy cow. And the X is irrelevant unless it says sack. So the only way a sack can occur on any of the pass plays is an X has to come up to designate that there was a pass rush, right? So if not, it's just an incomplete pass. So that's how I do that on my solo rules for those tuning in. They're going to have to kick a field goal here as they trot out George Blanda, kicking from the 14. 2 to 6 is good. And nope, 7, he's going to miss it. So Blanda, field goal miss. Wow, Detroit dodges a bullet, takes over right there. And despite a fumble lost, the Detroit defense holds. Detroit shut out Washington last week 3-0. So Detroit is good. All right, here we go. We're going to take advantage of this average pass defense, and Bobby Lane is going to throw the ball. We're going to go short pass to Dorn Dibble. And it's going to be against that pass defense. Short pass 8 is, okay, now see, here's where it would be a sack. -8 star. No X, so it's just incomplete. 2nd down. No sack as Bobby Lane delivers the ball into the stands, and it is 2nd down. We're going to go ahead now and rotate through these receivers. Middleton. We're going to go ahead and throw short to Middleton. 6 again is going to be on this defensive card. 8 again, exact same play. Short pass, -8, no X, so incomplete. 3rd down. And right down, Chicago is keeping Bobby Lane in check. And we don't have a choice. We're going to go ahead at this point. Jim Doran now steps up. He had an 18-yard average. And we're going to go ahead and throw a short pass. Bobby Lane, maybe 3 up, 3 down. 6 on a short pass, wrong defense. They're thinking they're going to run the ball on a draw maybe. 12 yards and a 1st down. 10, 11, 12. Bobby Lane finds his man on 3rd and 10. And we got us a 1st down for Detroit. Jim Doran pulls that pass in against the left cornerback, J.C. Caroline of the Chicago Bears. All right, back to the top, Dorn Dibble. We're going to go ahead and go flat pass to Dibble. It's 5, and it is double covered. X means it's double covered. Flat pass, double covered 5 is intercepted 1 yard downfield, and it's a flat pass, which means, and that was right cornerback. So Lane intercepted by right cornerback, which tells me who's covering him here on the card. That's how I know it's the right cornerback. Moore. Now, the problem is that was a flat pass, so the chance that we're going to return this for a touchdown is very good. And 3, it is flat pass only, touchdown. Moore returns this for a TD. That actually goes in Chicago's 2nd quarter. Moore, it is a possession, interception return, and the extra point by Chicago's defense is good, and that is Blanda. So Chicago, thanks to a pick 6. So we had a 0-0 first quarter. Chicago, that counts as a possession. 7 points. They're up 7-0. And here I was talking smack about taking advantage of that pass defense. And Moore steps in front of that, takes it back to the house, 27 yards. And Chicago, who both these teams are 2-0. And the Bears at home in front of a happy hometown crowd scores first on a pick 6. And the kickoff is 9. 9 is to the 1 yard line for back 2. And back 2 kick returner is Jack Christensen, Hall of Fame safety. 7 is going to be on their card. 7, so he returns it 30 yards out to the 31. Christensen trying to get Detroit to a decent field position. All right, we got to get away from those passes as they just burned us. That was punishment enough. So we're going to run McElhaney on an in round, and it's going to be defense 8, in round defense 8. Chicago's defense comes out ready to go. In run 0, 2nd down. So McElhaney tripped up nowhere. This is the thing, in my opinion, that Stratomatic does better than Appaw. Defense, every single team has every type of play defended, and there is some pattern to the cards, but for the most part, they are all specialized. And you just get the feeling that you're getting a great defense. So if this was the 85 Bears, I mean, you get the feeling that you're going to have to face the 85 Bears. A lot of times with APA, it's just very generalized. So you just don't get the sense that this great Detroit defense of 56 is affecting play like it does in Stratomatic. That's just a fact. I can't say anymore. Special teams, I think, are very, very specific and focused for the team's quality, as is defense, as is every offensive player's abilities. And so, in this sense, Stratomatic feels like it's really unique. And every team is unique, every player is unique, and the special teams are what they did in real life, as opposed to generalized charts based on field position. And of course, you still have the player cards, which should take advantage of those generalized charts to be accurate, which is why APA is very, very accurate. So you still have accuracy, but I get the feeling defense. I can see defense affect play. I know that defense is different in this, right? As far as my tape. Okay, we're gonna run Gedman now on an off tackle. 9 and the wrong defense. 9 is 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. Even with me randomizing whether the defense is right or wrong, the cards are going to come up, and you can't avoid a great defense. Or a bad defense. I mean, there are teams that are going to hit bad defenses right in the mouth, which is great fun. All right, we're going to have to throw the ball here on 3rd and 7. And we're going to go to Middleton on a flat pass. Bobby Lane's got to do something here. 6, 7, 8 on a flat pass. His receiver, he is covered, though. D means he's in the right defense. So we got to roll for the receiver. Come on, flat pass. His right, he's pretty good. He only incompletes on 2. And 11 is one of them. Incomplete. Oh, no, excuse me. He incompletes on a couple. Because he was defended, it's batted away. 4th down. And again, Chicago's defense forces it over to the receiver. And the receiver can't rein it in as he bobbles it. They will have to punt. Detroit down 7-0 thanks to a defensive score. 5 is the punt. The punt is 47 back 2. 10, 20, 30, 45, 6, 7. Back 2 for... back 2 is Perry Jeter. 4, fair catch. So he waves as that ball is high in the air. And it is a fair catch. By the way, the punter... Yell Larry for Detroit. Ed Brown, the quarterback, is also the punter for Chicago. Blanda is the place kicker. And Bobby Lane here, right? So Chicago gets the ball back. Home flip this for home. And here we go. We're going to run Caceres, as right now we're in control. Why do anything silly? It's going to be 5. Uh-oh, that's a fumble. Caceres off tackle, 5. Fumble on a 2 or a 12. No fumble. Ooh, 11. Close, though. So it's just going to go for nowhere. 2nd down. Caceres tripped up, almost fumbles it. We're going to run Caceres now on an in run. 5 again. He's trying desperately to fumble the ball away. 2 to 12. He fumbles the ball away. I can't believe I rolled so many 5s in a row. 9. He's going to get 0. 3rd down. And Caceres cannot get... That's how good Detroit is, right? I mean, you can see the narrative anyway that way. Schrader, we've thrown to Harlan Hill. Got to go short to Harlan Hill. And it's going to be 10, wrong defense. So they must be expecting us to dive just to get out and punt it away. And Ed Brown, short pass, 10, 16 yards to Harlan Hill and a 1st down. 5, 10, 15, 16, up to the 35-yard line, 1st down. Chicago would love to get another touchdown and maybe put this game away in the first half. We're going to run Caceres in run. 6 this time, so we dodged that bullet. 5 yards, Caceres, and the defense was not. They were in a vanilla D. It's not so much that they're wrong, it's just not right. We're going to run Jeter now off tackle, and that's going to be the right defense. 5. This is going to be a fumble minus 3. He's going to lose 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 3rd down, but he loses it. 2, 3, and 12. No, he doesn't lose it. It's just a minus 3 run. Man, 3rd down and 5. 6, 7, 8. 3rd and 8. We have no choice. Harlan Hill's caught a pass, so we're going to go over here to McCall. Flat pass to McCall. And it is 8. Flat pass. Wrong defense. 8 is receiver. He is uncovered. So McCall wiggles loose from the strong safety. The strong safety over here is Jack Christensen. And it's the wrong D, so he's got a pretty good chance to complete this. 8. Incomplete. We spoke too soon. 4th down. McCall shakes loose, but the ball is behind him. and no catch. They're going to have to punt the ball. Boy, you can see these defenses, man. Punt is 6. 6 is 44 back 2. 10, 20, 30, 40. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 19. Back 2 is 4. Is nowhere. He tried to field that and got buried, but he didn't cough it up this time. Last time he fumbled it away. And Detroit, last drive before halftime. You can see how quick this can happen. Playing possessions. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and run Gedman. Line buck Gedman. Defense, line buck. This isn't good. 7, nowhere. Second down. I'm trying to avoid, in a way, this excellent run defense of Chicago. We're going to go ahead and run McElhaney in run. McElhaney is 7. 7 in run. Short gain. McElhaney breaks it open for 10. 10 is going to be 12 yards. 10, 11, 12, and out to the 31. First down. And they can take their time as I use possessions, and I can actually call timeouts with Chicago to earn another possession. That's how I can get odd number of possessions. That's how a team can come back on the final 2 minutes. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and run Leon Hart on a off tackle. Defense, 9. Off tackle, 1 yard. He gets 1 against the stingy Chicago defense. We're going to run Gedman in run. And it's going to be the defense 11. In run 11. This could be huge. Could also be very bad. 7 yards. So he finds a seam. 5, 6, 7. Third down. He finds a seam against that Chicago defense. And they are excellent. That could have been dangerous. We're going to run McElhaney. Line buck. They need 2 for the first. 7. Wrong defense. It is in parentheses 5 yards for Stratomatic. I think I like. If you're playing solo, elementary version, you use the parenthetical statements. There's all kinds of options that keep Stratomatic. Strat has elementary, which is perfect, which is what I'm doing right now, solitaire, advanced, and a super advanced tournament level, all in one box. So no buying a second game, right? Appboss sells you a basic and a master. Stratomatic, all of it's in one box, which is nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and run Gedman on an in run. Defense 8. Now this won't be good. In run 8, nowhere. Second down. That defense, boy, stepping up. Chicago Bears trying to keep this slim 7-point lead. We're going to go ahead and run McElhaney in run. It's going to be defense 5. Ooh, on an in run could be a fumble. -3. 1, 2, 3, and I think he's going to lose this. 2 to 7 and a 12. He loses it. I mean, he drops it on the ground. He does drop it on the ground, and it's recovered though by the defense. Chicago with a second takeaway. Gedman, fumble lost, and Chicago's going to call a timeout, as that'll buy them another possession here following the... So they're going to get a timeout before half, which is going to give them another possession. So it's smart. Chicago with a chance now to take advantage of that turnover right here. And now you can see how we can make a little more dynamic game out of the possessions. With that said, we're going to run Caceres off tackle. 7, they keyed him. 7 keyed his loss of 1. Second down. They got to come away with something here. We're going to go ahead and run a long bomb to Harlan Hill. Defense 3. Detroit. Could they beat Detroit's excellent pass defense with a 3 on the bomb? Let's take a look. How good is Detroit's defense? Again, the defense shows up in Stratomatic. 3 is 27 yards on a 2 through 6 and 12. It's 27 yards. 4, 27 yards to Harlan Hill. 10, 25, 6, and 7. And there was defense for Detroit. They gave it up. However, had I rolled a 7 through 11, it would have been incomplete. So Detroit had a split rating, they call it, here in Stratomatic. And just like that, the turnover and the timeouts have cost dearly. If they give up a touchdown, I think Detroit's doomed. Let's see what happens. Chicago's going to run. Off tackle, Caceres. 2, but he's keyed. -1. That would have been nice. That would have been, for Caceres, that would have been 8 yards. That's, unfortunately, though, they keyed him. That's brilliant. Second down, we're going to go ahead and throw a short pass to Bill McCall as we want to come away with some points here. It is the right defense for short pass 4 is 15 yards to Bill McCall. Down to the 1 yard line. First down and goal at the 1. And remember, time is irrelevant now. because we're possessions. We used all of our timeouts to create this final drive, and we got to give it to Caceres up the gut on a line buck. And defense 12, line buck is short gain. That's going to be a touchdown. I'll roll it just for the, it's academic, but I'll roll it. 8, it would have gone as far as 14. So huge hole blows open, and Caceres walks into the end zone, and we're going to have Caceres' third, I think, touchdown of the year so far. A run, and the PAT for Blanda is good. And folks, that may be all they need to defeat these guys, as the Bears scored 14 points in the second quarter. The Lions on 2 turnovers. So, point off turnover, INT, fumble. And of course, points off turnover, interception, return for a touchdown. So, 2 turnovers by the Detroit offense has led the home team Chicago Bears to a 14-point advantage. 14-0. Chicago trying to go to 3-0. Kickoff to Detroit, start the third. 9 is 1 yard line. Back 2. Back 2 for these guys is 7. 7 is going to be 30 yards. Back 2 is Jack Christensen, comes out 30 again. That's a repeat of a kickoff I had earlier. What are the odds of that? Wow, now Detroit's got to find a way to score and score quickly. Make this a game. Put pressure on Chicago to not just cash in the game. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and run Gene Gedman off tackle. It is going to be 11 off tackle, 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, out to the 35. Second down for the visitors. We're going to run Gedman again off tackle. It's going to be 10. 10 is 6 yards and a first down. 5, 6, first down. Gedman back to back. Good carries. We're going to go ahead and run Don McElhaney off tackle. Defense 6 off tackle is 2 yards. 1, 2. And it is 2nd and 8. We're going to run Leon Hart, line buck. Line buck, 11 is -1. Shoot, 3rd down. And Bobby Lane's going to have to throw to Doran here on a short pass. It's going to be a defensive card. Short pass 9 for this excellent average Chicago defense. Short pass 9 is receiver. The receiver is shaken loose. He's uncovered. So receiver Doran on the short pass, basically anything 8 or higher is going to be guaranteed first down. And it's going to be 8, 17 yards, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, down to the 41. And Detroit desperately wants this third quarter opening drive to end in a touchdown. The crowd here in Chicago, as loud as they can be, trying to muddle the great Hall of Fame quarterback Bobby Lane. We're going to run Gedman off tackle. It's a 7 off tackle, 0 for that brilliant Chicago defense. Here we go. We're going to run Gedman off tackle again. Why not? Oh, 9 is +1. Man, Chicago's defense, you don't want either one of these defenses coming up on your cards. They're both that good. Okay, we're going to have to go long bomb, and Doran caught a pass, so we're going to rotate to Dibble, and we're going to go bomb to Dibble. He did catch 2 touchdowns, and he had 18.7 yard average. We're going to go bomb to Dibble. Defense is right. 5 is probably going to be picked off. Right defense intercepted 33 on 2 to 10. We need an 11 or 12 for it to be incomplete. And no, it's picked off 33 yards downfield, picked off at the 7. We threw it to the right cornerback, picked off by Moore again. Holy cow. So Lane's 2nd interception by Moore. Moore returned 1 for a touchdown already. Let's go ahead and see what they do here. 9, he returns this interception 10 yards. It would have been for a touchdown had that been a flat pass, which is how he scored last time. And that's the 3rd turnover by Detroit this game, and 2 of them have led to touchdowns. Let's see if this one does. So right now, Chicago's defense at home, very comfortable. Lane having a rough day. He's thrown 2 picks. Lane, by the way, threw 7% interception percentage. So it's, in the 50s, 60s, interception rates were higher. To give you an idea, Ed Brown also threw 7%. But the point is, unfortunately, Bobby Lane has been on the bad side of that. Chicago is going to run off tackle Caceres. It's going to be 5 on the defense. Thank God, because that's another fumble chance. Off tackle 5 is fumble. 2 to 6, he drops it on the ground. 7, he does not, but he loses a yard. 2nd down. Caceres, man, is getting popped by Joe Schmidt, as Joe Schmidt's got him in the bullseye, right? Caceres in run. He's trying to break one loose in here. 8 8, wrong defense, 7 yards, 5, 6, 7, 3rd and 3. No, 3rd and 4. And we're going to go ahead and run line buck Caceres. And it's going to be 5 again. It's going to be a fumble. 5 is wrong defense, 0 yards, fumble on a 2 or 12. No fumble, but he gets nothing. It's 4th down. They will have to punt again. Man, this is a defensive battle. The punt is 7. 7 is 43 yards, back 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. At the 34, back 1 fields this. That is Yell Larry. 12. Refer to this chart. Long gain on the punt return. Long gain. Oh my God. Long gain for Larry. We want to roll a 2 or a 12 or high. And we're going to get 9. 9 is good. 45-yard return. 10, 20, 30, 45. Down to the 21. Yell Larry. The crowd gasping every time he shakes a tackler. Huge return by Yell Larry of Detroit. And you can't ride out Detroit and company. And with that said, Bobby Lane, I'm expecting Bobby Lane to get something. We're going to go short pass to the tight end. Don Middleton, come on, Bobby, get something for us. Dang it, 8 on a short pass is going to be a sack, I think. Yep, sack, but no X, so it's incomplete. 2nd down. Man, that's crazy. Shoot, I just can't get Bobby Lane going. We're going to go flat pass. Bobby Lane, oh, and they double covered him. 7 flat, incomplete. 3rd down. I just can't get anything going with Detroit. We almost have no choice here but to throw. Okay, we're going to go ahead and throw. We are outside the 20, so we're going to go ahead and throw a short pass to Dorn Dibble. Come on, Bobby. Dang it, 8. Again, no X, though, so it's not a sack. Incomplete. 4th down. Bobby Lane against this defense. Every time that 8 comes up, Chicago bats it away. Detroit's going to try to get some points on the board. They're kicking from the 21. 2 through 8 and 12, it's good. And they're going to get 6. It's good. So Lane makes up for a couple of plays by kicking a field goal. And the kickoff is 6. 6 is touchback. So they're going to get the ball at the 20. And Chicago has managed to hold them on a big punt return, held Lane to a field goal. Chicago, we're going to go ahead and run Jeter off tackle. Right defense, 7 is nowhere. 2nd down. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run in run. Jeter. 6 in run is short gain. Beautiful. Jeter's going to break one open here for 8. 8 is he wiggles loose for 14. 10 and 4 up to the 34-yard line. And Chicago right now just getting a little more from their offense than Detroit. We're going to run Caceres off tackle. It's going to be 9. 9 is 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, man, Caceres is good, boy. Very good. We're going to run line buck Caceres. Defense, 9. Line buck, 1 yard. The Detroit defense stymies him. It's 3rd and 1. And we're not dumb. We're going to run line buck Caceres one more time. It's defense 7. Defense 7. Nowhere. 4th down. They hold. We're not going to go for it. We must punt it away. The Detroit defense over here is awesome. And that's something you just don't get a sense of in Appball because you're looking at the charts and the player cards, so you rarely are thinking, did the defense cause that? In this game, you know the defense stopped them, right? Detroit's defensive cards come up, and that's something Stratomatic does that just other games don't do, right? For me, second season, we'll pull in ratings, so you get a sense of that. Punt. Here we go. They have no choice. They're holding on to a 11-point lead, though, and the punt is 10. 10 is 35, back 1. 10, 20, 35, back 1. Yeah, it is back 1. Yell Larry had a huge return already. Let's see what he gets this time. This is Hopalong Cassidy. No, back 1, right? Okay, so it is Yell Larry. He's not great. However, I happen to roll a 12 for them, so it's funny. 10. 10 is +1, so he actually fills it, and he bangs forward around tacklers before he's spun down, and he gets 1. All right, so Detroit needs a touchdown to keep this game interesting, and that ended the quarter. Lane got a field goal. Chicago was shut out in that quarter. It's 4th quarter, folks. Detroit with the ball, and here we go. We're going to go ahead and run Gedman off tackle. 6 is 5 yards. Gedman plows ahead for 6. They got a pretty good running game. They just got to avoid this Chicago defense. We're going to run in-run Don McElhaney, and it is going to be the defensive card 6 on an in-run. This could be bad. 6 is nowhere. 3rd down again. 3rd and 5. You can see how these defensive cards that come up for each team are affecting play tremendously. We're going to run, we got to go short. We're going to go short. No, we only need 5 yards. We're going to go flat pass to Dave Middleton. Quick little pass. Wrong defense. They must have been thinking we would dive here. 7. Flat pass 7 is incomplete no matter what, as he misses it. And that's 4th down. We are down by 11. We almost have to go for it. We will. We're going to go for it. Bobby Lane, you've got to start completing passes. We're going to go flat pass to Jim Doran. And this one is the right defense 10, though. 10 is incomplete. Turnover on downs for Detroit. Chicago takes over right there. And this game is pretty much in the bag unless Chicago turns it over right here. Rotate Doran out of the way. Okay, Rick Caceres in run. Caceres is going to get 9. 9 is 6 yards in parentheses. 5, 6. 2nd down and 4. We're going to run Caceres, line buck. It's going to be defense 9. Line buck 9 is +1. Boom, 3rd down. And we're going to go ahead and run Caceres again on an in round. Right defense 11 is +1. Right defense -1. 4th down, and the defense smacks him down. It is 4th and 6. We're going to kick a field goal from the 22-yard line. It's 2-6. It's good for George Blanda. And no, 12. He misses. That's not blocked on the card here. 12. He misses the kick. Blanda with a chance to really put the game away. Field goal miss. And Detroit takes over right there. We got 2 more possessions, folks, unless we call timeouts, which ain't going to happen. We got to throw the ball here. Man, Bobby Lane has had a very rough day. We got to go to the. We're going to throw long to Dibble. He's got more long completions, so we're going to go bomb to Dibble. Come on, Lane, get 1 for us. Nope, 5. Ooh, 5 could be interesting. Bomb 5, 36 yards. So they beat that average defense on a 36-yard bomb to Dibble. 10, 20, 30, 5, and 6 down to the 42. And that's exactly what I mean. We see how the defense positively or negatively impacts play. That's something no team, Stratomatic does better than any game, and I love that. 1st down, Bobby Lane. The crowd gasps as Bobby Lane finds Dibble 36 yards downfield. We're going to go ahead and pass short to Middleton. It's going to be 7. That's going to be double teamed, incomplete. I thought it might be picked off there. Incomplete. We're going to go short to Doran. It's 10. Short pass 10, and he's uncovered. Wrong defense 10 is incomplete. 3rd down. Man, Bobby Lane. It's feast or famine here with Bobby Lane. All right, we got to go long bomb to Dibble again. Come on, baby. 4. Wrong D. Long gang. Dibble gets free thanks to Bobby Lane finding him open. This could be a touchdown. 6 is 35 yards down to the 7. He's pulled down 1st and goal at the 7 as the crowd can't believe it. They groan in unison as a chorus of groans fall down upon the Chicago fans. And we're going to run Gedman on an off tackle. It's going to be keyed 12, loss of 1. That would have been a touchdown, 26 yards, had they not keyed him. 2nd down and goal. We got to go short pass. We hit Dibble twice on this drive. We're going to go short pass to Doran. Try to get a touchdown here. 3. This could be a touchdown. Short pass 3. Long gain. It's going to be a touchdown for Bobby Lane on a short pass. 4, no question. Lane finally gets him in the end zone. Pass TD. Pass to Doran. Extra point is automatic. PAT is automatic by Lane. And folks, that's going to give them, we're going to try an onside kick. Okay, here we go. Onside kickoff. As there's 1 possession left. 5. 5 is recovered by the offense at the 40-yard line. There you go. So, right there, Chicago falls on that onside kick, and that's pretty much going to end it. I am going to kneel down, and we're going to do kneel. down. That is time expired, EOG. Time expired, end of game, kneel down. And Bobby Lane gets a touchdown finally. No score for Blanda, missed a field goal. And it's going to be 10-14. The Bears go to 3-0. The Lions go to 2-1. And that was a defensive game, 14-10, exactly what I thought it would be. I was able to discuss pen and paper football, bring everybody up to speed on where these teams were at, talk a little bit about Stratomatic as a game, and finish a complete game of football all in this video. Thank you. Everybody have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be safe, have joy. I will be back in a couple of weeks. Good day.